Welcome back everyone. Today we're talking about something that's going to get a lot of classic cruiser fans excited, the 2025 Honda Shadow 750. Yes, the legendary midsize cruiser is making its return, and from what we're hearing, Honda has really gone all in to blend that timeless retro style with some seriously upgraded performance. Whether you've been riding for years or you're looking for a reliable and stylish entry into the cruiser world, this new Shadow might just be the one you've been waiting for. Let's start with the looks, because this bike isn't trying to be overly futuristic. Honda knows exactly what makes the Shadow iconic: those long, low lines, the teardrop fuel tank, and a design that turns heads without screaming for attention. The 2025 model keeps that classic cruiser silhouette but refines it with cleaner details, slightly more aggressive fenders, and an even more premium chrome finish on the exhausts and engine casings. The lighting has been updated to full LED, so you're getting modern visibility without losing the retro vibe. The paint options are expected to include deep gloss black, a rich metallic red, and possibly a matte gray option for riders who like a stealthier presence. Overall, it's the kind of bike that looks equally at home parked in front of a cafe in Seoul or cruising along the coastline. Now, the heart of the Shadow 750, the engine. Under that beautiful bodywork sits a 745cc liquid-cooled V-twin, and yes, it's still tuned for that smooth, low-end torque that cruiser riders love. For 2025, Honda has worked on refining the throttle response and improving efficiency. We're talking around 45 horsepower, but the magic here isn't in the raw numbers, it's in the delivery. This bike pulls confidently from low revs, meaning you don't have to be constantly shifting in city traffic, and on the open road, it just glides. Honda has also tweaked the exhaust system, so you'll get a deeper, throatier sound without being obnoxious. It's that satisfying rumble that tells people you're on a real cruiser, not just a commuter bike. Performance-wise, this isn't trying to compete with sport bikes, but it's more capable than ever. The chassis feels stable at all speeds, the low seat height, around 25.8 inches, makes it super approachable for riders of all sizes, and the weight distribution is balanced enough to make slow-speed handling a breeze. The suspension is classic cruiser style, telescopic forks in the front and dual shocks in the rear, but with updated damping for a more comfortable ride over Korea's mix of city streets and rural roads. Braking gets a modern boost too, with a front disc and rear drum combo backed by standard abs, so you've got confidence even in wet conditions. The riding experience is pure Shadow, comfortable, laid back, and easy to control, but with just enough modern refinement to make long trips less tiring. Honda has subtly improved the ergonomics, so you've got better reach to the handlebars and a more natural foot position. If you're planning weekend trips down to Busan or through the mountain passes, you'll appreciate how effortless it feels to ride for hours without fatigue. Technology hasn't been forgotten either. The instrument cluster remains simple, with a classic analog speedometer, but now features a small digital display for fuel, trip info, and gear position. It's a nice blend of old and new. There's even a USB charging port tucked neatly under the handlebars so you can keep your phone or GPS running on longer rides. As for pricing in Korea, nothing is officially confirmed yet, but based on the US and Japanese markets, we can expect the 2025 Honda Shadow 750 to land somewhere in the 10 to 12 million Korean won range. That would make it an extremely competitive choice for a midsize cruiser, especially considering Honda's reputation for reliability and low maintenance costs. Insurance rates are likely to stay reasonable too, which is always a bonus for newer riders. The expected release date for the Korean market is likely around late September to early October 2025. Honda usually announces official launch events a month or two ahead, and given how strong the retro cruiser segment is becoming here, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some special edition colors or accessories offered exclusively in Korea. Things like custom seats, saddlebags, and windshields could be part of the package. Overall, the 2025 Honda Shadow 750 feels like the perfect example of how to modernize a classic without losing its soul. You're getting that unmistakable cruiser charm, the smooth and dependable V-twin, and just enough tech to make your rides easier and safer. It's not a bike that's going to overwhelm you with speed, but it's one that will make every ride feel special. For riders who value comfort, style, and long-term dependability, the Shadow is back, and it's better than ever. So if you've been waiting for a mid-size cruiser that's equally good for daily commutes and weekend adventures, keep an eye out for the 2025 Honda Shadow 750. In a world full of aggressive sport bikes and oversized touring machines, this is a reminder that sometimes the best rides come from keeping it simple, smooth, and stylish. If you want, I can also make this script flow in spoken YouTube style with pauses, emphasis cues, and natural pacing so it sounds conversational when you read it aloud. That will make it sound more engaging in a video. Would you like me to do that next?